What if everything you believed about life, success, and even yourself was part of a collective illusion? What if the way we are taught to live, from childhood through adulthood, keeps us trapped in cycles of fear, self-doubt, and unhappiness? In the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz reveals how we are conditioned or domesticated by society to accept beliefs and behaviors that limit our potential. This domestication creates what Ruiz calls the dream of the planet, a shared reality of rules, expectations, and agreements we unknowingly adopt. These agreements govern how we see ourselves, how we treat others, and how we live our lives. But here's the truth: you can break free. This book isn't just about understanding concepts, it's about transformation. Ruiz introduces 4 agreements, simple yet profound principles that can liberate you from self-limiting beliefs and lead you to a life of joy, love, and freedom. In this audiobook, we'll explore each agreement in detail, showing how these timeless teachings can help you rewrite the agreements you've made with yourself and the world around you. Let's embark on this journey to reclaim your power and discover the truth of who you really are. Chapter 1. Domestication and the Dream of the Planet. From the moment we are born, we are taught how to live in the world. We learn language, rules, and cultural norms, absorbing beliefs about what is right and wrong, good and bad. This process, which Ruiz calls domestication, shapes our identity and our perception of reality. The Dream of the Planet, Ruiz describes the collective belief system of humanity as the dream of the planet. This dream is passed down through families, schools, religions, and societies. It teaches us to conform, seek approval, and fear rejection. We're rewarded when we meet expectations and punished when we don't. Over time, we internalize these rewards and punishments, developing a critical inner voice Ruiz calls the judge. Alongside the judge lives the victim, the part of us that feels guilt, shame, and unworthiness for failing to meet expectations. The result? We live in fear of failure, rejection, and not being enough. We forget our true essence, which is pure love and freedom. Breaking free to escape the dream of the planet, we must question the agreements we've made, agreements about who we are, what we can achieve, and how we should live. This process begins with adopting the 4 agreements. Agreement 1. Be impeccable with your word. The first and most important agreement is to be impeccable with your word, the power of words. Ruiz emphasizes that words are incredibly powerful. They are like spells that can create or destroy. The words you speak shape your reality and influence the people around you. Negative words, such as gossip or criticism, spread fear and negativity. Positive, truthful words build trust, love, and understanding. Being impeccable. To be impeccable means to speak with integrity. It means saying only what you mean and avoiding words that harm yourself or others. This applies not only to what you say aloud, but also to your inner dialogue. Self-talk. Replace self-criticism with affirmations that reflect your true worth. Avoid gossip. Gossip is described as black magic that poisons relationships and spreads negativity. Practical steps. 1. Speak truthfully and kindly, even when it's difficult. 2. Notice your self-talk and challenge negative thoughts with positive affirmations. 3. Avoid engaging in gossip or using words to manipulate others. Key takeaway. When you are impeccable with your word, you align your thoughts, speech, and actions with love and truth. Agreement 2. Don't take anything personally. The second agreement, don't take anything personally, is a game changer for emotional freedom. Understanding projections. Ruiz explains that nothing others say or do is truly about you. It's a reflection of their own reality, beliefs, and emotions. When someone criticizes or praises you, they are projecting their inner world onto you. Criticism often stems from their pain or insecurity. Even compliments, while pleasant, are shaped by their perspective and experiences. Why we take things personally. We take things personally because we're conditioned to seek external validation. We tie our self-worth to others' opinions, making us vulnerable to their judgments. How to let go. 1. Recognize projections. Understand that others' words and actions reflect their reality, not your value. 2. Detach emotionally. When faced with criticism or praise, pause and ask, is this really about me? 3. Focus on your truth. Define your worth based on your values, not others' opinions. Key takeaway: by not taking things personally, you free yourself from emotional pain and reclaim your inner power. Agreement 3. Don't make assumptions. The third agreement, don't make assumptions, addresses one of the biggest sources of conflict and misunderstanding in relationships. The problem with assumptions are mental shortcuts we use to fill gaps in information. Instead of asking questions or seeking clarity, we create stories in our minds based on fear or past experiences. Assumptions lead to miscommunication, hurt feelings, and unnecessary drama. For example, if someone doesn't reply to your message, you might assume they're upset with you when they may simply be busy. How to avoid assumptions? 1. Ask questions. When in doubt, seek clarity instead of guessing. 2. Communicate clearly. Be direct about your needs and expectations. 3. Practice patience. Allow others the time and space to express themselves fully. Key takeaway: clear communication dissolves misunderstandings and strengthens relationships. Agreement 4. Always do your best. The fourth agreement, always do your best, ties everything together. It's about putting in your full effort, regardless of the circumstances. Effort over perfection. Doing your best doesn't mean achieving perfection. It means honoring your current capacity. Your best will vary depending on your energy, health, and circumstances. When you do your best, you avoid self-judgment, regret, and burnout. Practical tips. 1. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge your efforts, even if the outcome isn't perfect. 2. Be flexible. Adjust your expectations based on your current situation. 3. Focus on the process. Enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over results. Key takeaway: doing your best fosters self-compassion and fulfillment. The mastery of transformation. In this section, Ruiz expands on the transformative power of practicing the 4 agreements, explaining how these principles can free us from the old agreements imposed by society. He refers to this process as the mastery of transformation, a journey toward personal liberation and inner peace. Awareness, the first step toward change. Transformation begins with awareness. To change your life, you must first recognize the self-limiting beliefs and agreements that no longer serve you. Question your beliefs. Examine the agreements you've made unconsciously, such as, "I'm not good enough," or "I must seek approval to feel valued." Identify patterns. Notice recurring thoughts or behaviors rooted in fear, guilt, or shame. Ruiz explains that awareness shines a light on these patterns, making it possible to release them and choose new, empowering agreements. Breaking old agreements. Once you're aware of the agreements holding you back, the next step is to consciously replace them with new agreements rooted in love and freedom. Replace fear with love. For example, if you've agreed to a belief like, "I'm not worthy of love," replace it with, "I am inherently lovable and deserving." Let go of guilt and shame. Release the agreements tied to past mistakes, understanding that growth is a lifelong journey. Ruiz emphasizes that this process takes courage, as it involves dismantling deeply ingrained beliefs that may feel like part of your identity. Discipline, consistently practicing the agreements. The 4 agreements are simple, but they require consistent practice to create lasting change. Discipline helps rewire your mindset and break free from old habits. Start small, applying the agreements to everyday interactions. Be patient with yourself. Change takes time. Ruiz compares this discipline to a spiritual warrior's journey, requiring perseverance and faith. The Toltec Path to Freedom. Ruiz roots his teachings in ancient Toltec wisdom, a spiritual tradition focused on overcoming fear and illusion to achieve personal freedom. He explains how mastering the 4 agreements aligns with the Toltec path to liberation. The parasite, the source of self-limiting beliefs. Ruiz describes the parasite as the collection of self-limiting beliefs, fears, and emotional pain that drains our energy. The parasite feeds on negativity, keeping us trapped in the dream of the planet. How the parasite operates. It thrives on fear, guilt, and self-judgment, creating inner conflict and unhappiness. Breaking free. By practicing the 4 agreements, you starve the parasite of its fuel, weakening its hold over your mind and emotions. The Dream of Heaven Ruiz offers an inspiring vision of what life can look like once you free yourself from the parasite and embrace the 4 agreements. He calls this the Dream of Heaven, a life rooted in love, joy, and authenticity. In this new dream, you no longer live to meet others' expectations or fear their judgments. You experience harmony in your relationships as your actions come from truth and love rather than fear. You reconnect with your true self, realizing that your worth is inherent and not dependent on external factors. Key takeaway. By mastering the 4 agreements, you can leave the dream of the planet behind and create your own heaven on earth. Conclusion. A new dream. The book concludes with a powerful invitation to create a new dream for your life. Ruiz reminds us that the 4 agreements are not just theoretical. They are practical tools for transforming your reality. Free yourself from limitations. By practicing the 4 agreements, you can release fear, judgment, and self-imposed limitations. Heal old wounds and let go of the past. Stop seeking validation from others and start living authentically. Cultivate inner peace and harmony. The 4 agreements help you build relationships based on love, respect, and clear communication. They also allow you to find peace within yourself, free from the noise of the mind and the expectations of the world. Live authentically. When you align your thoughts, words, and actions with the 4 agreements, you begin to live as your true self. This authenticity leads to a life of joy and fulfillment. Ruiz writes, "You can live your life in heaven on earth. It is your choice." The 4 agreements give you the power to make that choice, to let go of fear and embrace a life of love, truth, and freedom. Thanks for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe for more knowledge.